This episode of the Play the Game podcast is brought to you by LoneWolfPaintball.com. And when it comes to paintball, Lone Wolf is the name you can trust. They have been in the game since the very beginning as Michigan's premier field and supplier since 1987, and Lone Wolf has built a legacy of excellence, passion, and service that runs deep in the game. From their top-tier customer service to same-day shipping on all orders, Lone Wolf makes sure that you are locked and loaded with your new gear fast. No waiting around, no hassle, just the best brands in paintball delivered straight to your door. They've got it all. Markers, loaders, tanks, apparel, accessories, and more from all of your favorite brands. And whether you're just getting started in the game or gearing up for your next big event, LoneWolfPaintball.com has everything you need. Be sure to check out their YouTube channel at Lone Wolf Paintball and follow them on Instagram at Lone Wolf PB to stay up to date on all the latest gear, exclusive sales, and community content. At Play the Game Podcast, we are incredibly grateful for Lone Wolf's continued support, and we cannot wait for you to become a part of their growing community. Head on over to LoneWolfPaintball.com right now and gear up with the best in the game. PTG family, thank you so much for being here. Are you interested in getting your brand in front of the Play the Game community? We are opening up advertising opportunities on the Play the Game podcast, and if you've got a company, a product, or a brand you want to promote to our passionate and growing community, this is your chance. Please send us over a message on Instagram at Play the Game Podcast to learn how we can collaborate and help you grow your business through the PTG platform. Once again, head over to Instagram, send us a message at Play the Game Podcast, and we look forward to connecting and helping you build something truly amazing together.
What's going on, PTG Nation? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This episode, we have the amazing creative director of HK Army, one of the most talented individuals that I've ever met in my life. You guys will hear us talk about it throughout the show. Danny Lincoln. He has so many different talents, from playing paintball to being one of the most creative captures of these moments out there on the pro field, on the divisional fields, whatever it is. He does just such a phenomenal job of capturing what we do. He has a coffee business. He is a great golfer, skateboarder, just really a multifaceted individual, creates his own music and so much more. You guys are going to learn so much through this episode. You don't want to miss it. So without further ado, we're going to hop in the show.
That was an insane inside move by Marcelo Margot. Great communication.
And the crowd starts chanting Harmon.
Great shot by all the guys. So Tyler Harmon saved that game.
He came out with 2 wins. Marcelo Margot was on fire.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to PTG, episode number 312, and we finally got him on the show.
Finally.
We've been trying for so long. Today on the show, we have one of the most creative forces in paintball, the man behind the lens at HK Army, and he's turning that wild chaos on the field into cinematic gold out there. So you can catch his newest videos, everything that he's dropping through his Instagram and HK's. But yeah, welcome Danny Lincoln to the show, the creative force of Danny. Let's go.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm stoked to be on. Obviously you guys have been trying to get me on here for a minute. So I've been sick. It's just been the wrong times. Either I'm gone, whatever. So
on a road trip, doing this, doing that, doing anything but coming on PTG is what Danny. Actually, Danny Lincoln might be the toughest guest we've ever had. Like we've pretty much any other guest.
You and Bob Long.
Bob Long was a little bit of a project. But I don't know. I feel like Danny's was a longer saga,
I know the last time you guys asked me, I'm like, dude, they probably for sure think I'm just like dodging you guys, but I'm like,
Kenny's up there too. Kenny's up there too.
Yeah, he's up there. I see him.
No, I mean he's up there and like dodging us.
Yeah, I know.
But he hasn't really said. Well, I guess he kind of has said he'll come on the show.
Yeah, but then he does.
He pulled me straight to my face. I was at his apartment and he was like, "PTG, we're doing PTG, baby. We're doing PTG." Yeah,
yeah, he's the hype man, dude. He's always about it until it's.
You better get your ass on this show, Kenny. So you went on a crazy road trip. That was the last time we tried to get a hold of you. I think you went to the Midwest to go back and see some fam.
Home. Yeah, we drove there, which was like a 36-hour drive altogether,
bro.
And dude, it was brutal. And because my girlfriend, we were gonna do like back and forth, like I drive and she drives, and she took like not Tylenol, but one of the
Mm.
for a headache or something, and then she got like super sick on an empty stomach, and
Oh.
she couldn't drive, so I had to power through it the first half, dude. It was so bad. Oof.
Woo, that's a haul.
Yeah, it sucked, but it was nice to go home and see the family. I only get to go like once or twice a year, just because it's like so
Yep.
hard to go out there and then back.
Midwest.
We stayed out there for like 2 weeks, so it was pretty nice.
Yeah, it's great out there. I got family in Iowa. Actually, we did a training event, PTG event in Iowa one time. Went and saw the fam out there. I think I have like hundreds of cousins. My dad's one of 10. All his siblings have tons of kids and siblings. It's madness, but lots of love out there. It's like the heartland, you know? It's
Yeah.
great space.
It's pretty exhausting when you go visit family, because it's like you don't have time to do anything but hang out with everybody. So it's like
That's
you
right.
literally get zero time to just like chill. It's
Nope.
crazy.
No golf for
Cherish-
you while you're out there.
Well, my family loves to golf, so we were doing that a lot.
There
Okay.
we go.
Yeah. I mean, cherish those moments, man. It's some of the most precious, time that you can have is time with family, time with loved ones. Absolutely cherish that stuff. So a nice little road trip back home. Got to play some golf. Got to dodge PTG. It was a successful week for you.
I mean, I probably could have made it work on the laptop, but obviously, I want to.
This is way better.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is great.
Yeah.
For anyone that's just listening and not watching over on the YouTube, Danny's in the HK studio right now. He's got the HK Army exclusive paint right next to him, the skull coffee, the whole setup. And yeah, obviously, if you're playing World Cup, you need to be shooting HK Army paint. So get signed up.
NXL paint, HK Army / NXL paint. Get on the list.
Yeah, it's been shooting amazing. And obviously Marky's been dropping videos. We shot it obviously in Texas. Is shooting phenomenal. So if you can get some, I know it sells out quick. You got to get on the list. What a crazy deal too. $25 a box. I think you can get it by going to the website, head over to HK Army, and you can search the paint and get logged in over there with that. But yeah, let's talk about your coffee adventure. You got a new project that you started. You got the cup right here. Everybody on YouTube, he's showing it off. So tell us about that. What's the name? What's the vision? How
just cold brew coffee. And I started it because like every time I travel to all these places, like especially for paintball, I'm the only one out of the group that doesn't like to go to Starbucks and all this stuff. I like to try to find like a nice coffee shop. And if they're open early enough, I'll go and grab like a nice coffee. And I've just been like that's what keeps me like creative. I feel like it's like this is the only thing I drink, and then I like dive in.
Oh, it's the coffee. The coffee is the secret. All right.
I mean, at home, everybody would make fun of me because I'm like, I'll drink a coffee and then I have another one. And then so like when I came out here, I would go to San Diego to like one of my favorite coffee shops, James Coffee Co. And I was like, dude, why don't I just start my own? And because I do all the content and I know how to make logos, graphic design. I'm like, what? Like, it's because I've tried other like brands, like clothing brands when I was younger. But I was like, coffee, it just makes sense. So I was like, I'll just
you love it.
Go hard on it, and
awesome.
Got all these products and stuff.
So tell us about the well. First, how many cups of coffee a day are you drinking?
I don't do a lot anymore. I do like 2 max.
Oh yeah, that's not bad at all.
I used to be crazy with it, but then I'm like, I can't really be doing that. It's a lot of like, it's not.
Yeah, good. My relationship with coffee is actually really good, but it got bad for a little bit. When I first started drinking coffee, I don't know, I was probably like 20, 21 years old. And I would only drink when I traveled for paintball. It's the only time I'd have coffee. When I was home, I didn't have a coffee machine. I didn't crave it. I didn't need it. And I was like, oh, this is, perfect. When I travel, it's a nice little boost. And when I'm home, don't need it. And then one day I bought a coffee pot and, I'm drinking it at home and I'm like, okay, so I'm having like 1 cup a day. It's not so bad. I didn't ever feel like I needed more. And then that turned into, 2 cups a day. And that turned into like, you're not really noticing the effects of it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I love coffee, but I feel like I drink a cup now and I kind of get tired. It doesn't even do anything for me. Yeah. So now I try to take, like 1 week out of every month where I just don't have any coffee, any caffeine, actually. Maybe some tea. Tea's really like low caffeine. And then when I have that first cup of coffee, I definitely do it before going into every tournament. I'll take like at least a week leading into the event where there's no caffeine. And it's kind of brutal on the layout practices, but you just thug through it. And then like at the event, you have a cup of coffee and you're feeling extra sharp. It's like that first sip again.
That's supposed to be good for you. I heard on Joe Rogan, if you go like a month or a couple months without caffeine or coffee, then you do it. And then it's like a crazy dose of caffeine.
Totally,
like,
dude. It's a crazy stimulant. Like
Yeah.
Coffee is definitely a powerful drug. It's something that is so part of society. We use it every single day that you don't really
Yep.
think about it, and you do get kind of numb to it if you drink it all the time. But yeah, if you take
And
little breaks, it makes a big difference.
yeah. And that was like the whole, so like, when I started it, I wanted to, like, right now it's obviously like espresso and regular coffee, but like my vision would be like to have it for like extreme sports or um like gamers, because like instead of having,
Mm.
because a lot of people are too like lazy to make coffee, like good coffee, like if you can get basically those cans, like that's what I want, to either have it at paintball or whatever. So because like when I go to, or when I used to play, I'm like, there's nowhere to get coffee in the morning at 4 or 5 in the morning when you have to be up. So it's like I have to get an energy drink or something to get me up. And it's just, I would rather have a coffee or just regular caffeine than, so eventually I'm gonna make that kind of stuff.
Damn. Watch out,
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Oh, yeah,
Coming
100%.
through.
Because
So,
like
like,
the
what?
branding is so like in your face and bold. I could like,
Yeah,
I can just see it working in the future. I just have to like get it off the ground.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, man. It's a great brand. It looks super clean, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of things you could do with it.
Yeah.
What kind of coffee is it? Is it just like regular coffee beans?
Specialty
Do you have to?
coffee. So like
Okay,
you can order like grinds, like I'll grind it for you.
okay,
But it's better obviously if you just order the beans and grind it yourself. But so it's specialty coffee, which it's just better quality. Like if you get it from the store, it'll still taste good, but it's not gonna be like if you're like an avid coffee drinker, you'd understand. But like it's there's more flavor in the coffee. And
yeah.
it like
Explain this to
it,
us,
it's
because yeah, I'm not
super,
a
it's like it's so hard to explain, because like normal coffee to a normal person, you're not gonna, you like my girl, like not my like my sister, she explained it to me because she tried my coffee and she thinks it's like there's too many flavors going on, but all she drinks is like regular coffee with
Yeah.
fucking like
Folgers.
80 Splendas in it. So I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like,
Yeah,
so it's just they're sourced better, and
okay,
they're taken care of better when they're roasted.
Mm-hmm.
nice,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So it is grind. So you need like the filter. You need that type of a
Yeah,
machine.
yeah. And if you have
I
an
gotta try some.
espresso machine, it tastes better for the Mortal Mornings one, which is the dark roast, which doesn't, I should probably not call it dark roast, because um it's not like a normal dark roast that you get from the store. Because specialty coffee isn't as strong, basically.
Mm.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not as strong
No. Like
in like flavor or caffeine
flavor. Like,
content.
if you get a
Okay.
dark or yeah, like a dark roast, it's like super like potent and nasty.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not like that at all. It's like really good, like rich flavor.
Got it.
Hmm.
But it's
I'll get you guys some. You guys will.
there's
Yeah, we gotta
less
try this.
caffeine. There's less caffeine in the dark roast, more
Yeah,
caffeine
yeah,
in the light roast, right?
yeah.
That's the
Mhm.
one thing. Shout out to Blake Yarber. He knows a ton
Yeah.
about coffee. He gave me like a full coffee class one time. I was like, okay, dude, my
Yeah,
Nespresso
people
is
think
working
it's
just fine. But
the other way, but it's not. Yeah,
yeah, I always did too. It makes sense. Dark roast, it's stronger,
yeah.
it tastes stronger. I was like, no, that's more
It's
caffeine.
just
And
it's just like
yeah,
a punchier. Like, I don't know. I don't really like dark roast, but
yeah,
mine is really good. I would rather drink that than the medium roast one I have.
nice. Where can
Where
people
can
buy it?
Yeah, there we go.
Skullbrewcoffee.com.
Skull Brew.
And
There we
you
go.
should get like a 15 or 10% off code if you sign up, and then
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
let's support everybody.
Yeah,
You love some coffee. We got some great coffee on the show here. So go
and
support
every
Danny.
order you get, I give you guys a bunch of these to-go cups for now until I
Nice.
get more stuff, and then I just like making sure my branding's on point. So
Yeah.
I'll like give away free stuff with the coffee that you don't
Yeah.
even know that you're getting. So
Sweet.
Amazing.
That's
There
the
we go.
kind of stuff that really makes a difference with businesses. Customer
yeah,
experience is what
exactly.
that is, right? Like they're ordering something and it might cost you a little extra, but that customer
Yeah.
receives it. They feel it's very thoughtful. It makes them smile. That's going to keep them coming back. That's
Mhm.
customer service. It's the
Because when
name
you
of
get
the
a
game.
package and you get something extra, or you get stuff
Yeah.
that you don't even like, you're opening it and you're just like, dude, this is sick. Like, I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
really
yeah.
nice packaging, and like like
Yeah.
Apple does it so good, but
Totally.
you're not getting stuff
Yeah.
free, but the packaging's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was I forget the meme. I'm
get
sure
a
you guys have
sticker.
all seen it. Yeah, you get a sticker. I'm sure you've all seen it, but it's like the amount of empty Apple boxes in everyone's closet, that
Yeah, I
you're
can't throw
never
'em
going to
out.
use again, but it's like the
I
packaging is so nice, you feel
yeah,
like you can't throw it away.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like I still
Uh,
have like Mac package, like all the, I'm like, what? You're never gonna use it. I've always justified like, oh well, maybe if I sell this, I'm gonna need that. Never happens. That's not what
Yep.
happens.
No,
It's not
never. Yeah.
how it goes.
Everyone's got a closet full of these packages. Danny, what is your job title at HK Army? What's the official title?
Dude, I don't even know.
Yeah,
It
let's
like
go
bounces
over.
around. So like Kenny would say I'm like creative director.
Uh-huh.
But for me, I would just say I'm like a cinematographer, videographer, graphic designer, because I do a lot of like the
And
like you'll see,
photographer. You
yeah,
be crushing it with the
photographer.
photos.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess creative director because like I'm kind of guiding us in the direction.
And you're the beat maker on a lot of the things, right? Don't you make your own
Not a,
beats?
not a lot, but I'll throw some in there. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
slow. Like that's so hard. I don't think anybody understands how hard music is.
Mm.
It's insane. So like
It's
I
crazy.
dabble in it. Yeah, it's insane. So like I've been doing it since 2020, and like I would say I'm pretty good now, but you get in like creative ruts with music. So anybody making music is like that's where I want to get to, like where I can make videos like all day. If I could do that with music, dude, it would be insane. So I'm like trying to get my brain to like do the same with music. Like if I could just
Yeah.
pump out a song a day or something, but it's way too hard. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and with AI here pretty soon, like, you're
Oh
even
yeah.
gonna need to make music. You're just gonna
Yeah. I don't even know
people are
how
just
that's gonna
making
work.
they're making songs. Danny, I genuinely mean this. I feel like you're one of the more talented people that I've met. Like, the more that I learn about you, the more I'm like, wait, you do this also. I remember, when I
Yeah.
first met you a few years back, I just knew you as the videographer with HK, creative director. I was like, I really loved the aesthetic that you had. And I was like, this guy's really fucking good at his job. And then remember the conversation we had when I saw you play, I was like, wait, you play and you're like this good? Like Danny's really a
Yeah.
really good paintball player. He was playing, at WCPPL and balling out, one of the best guys on his team. And I'm like, hold on, like, how does that happen? And now I didn't know that you also did music. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Not surprised though. It's like, I feel like you have all of these talents. How have you cultivated all these different, we're obviously going to dive into how you got into paintball and all of that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, how have you cultivated all these different talents? Is just
Well,
what you do in
it's
your
hard
free
to
time.
juggle everything, that's for sure. But like when I get into something, I'm like 120, 130% in. Like I won't like I'm every single day, I make sure I have a certain amount of time. And I don't watch TV, I don't watch Netflix. I barely scroll online. Like I'll scroll at night when I'm about to go to bed, but like I don't watch anything at all besides just
Wow.
like I'll go home, go straight to the computer and just dive in either on music or photos or video. And that's how I've been ever since like I got a
Wow.
computer. Like so it's
Wow.
just been nonstop.
Efficient.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love what you say there about like not watching TV, because I think a lot of people listening right now probably don't realize, and if they actually wrote out the amount of hours they have each day, however long they sleep, they wake up, whatever their morning routine is, whatever they got to do if they have kids or whatnot to get them to school and then work, and wrote out all of their hours in a day, and then included, Netflix and TV, whether it's the news or even sports, like we're athletes here. So I do feel like watching sports is also kind of good for you, but
Yeah.
it is a time suck. But if you actually, wrote it down, you would be surprised at how much time you're spending doing something that doesn't add any value to your life. A lot of these Netflix shows, there's absolutely no value. It's pure
No.
like entertainment. I guess you could argue there's value there, but you're not learning anything. And you could be spending that time learning how to make music, learning how
Yep.
to edit photos or videos, or doing anything that you want, pursuing any sort of passion. And I don't
But
think a lot of people realize that.
I don't have time.
I don't have time. Yeah, there's no time.
Yeah,
There's no time to learn all
Yeah.
this. There is.
There
You just
is,
gotta
there is.
write down what you do every single day for a week, and you will find where you can cut time and make time for things that are gonna benefit your life and the people around you so much more.
Yeah.
And it really is a powerful thing. I've never really done the journaling thing. I've done, iterations of it. written things that I want to accomplish and things of that nature. But as far as journaling every day, I've never quite done that. But I will say that writing stuff out is so powerful because you see it, your mind process it, you actually, it's an actionable thing that your body does. And then you have it on paper. It's like, whether it's an agreement with yourself or, things that you want to do, whatever it might be, or stuff that you're just already doing so that you can look back and say, oh, wow, I didn't realize that I did. I spent an hour that day doing this. That doesn't make any sense. That's, not great allocation of my time. So, it's definitely a powerful thing. And that's, makes sense. Again, like I said, you really are one of the most diverse and talented
I
people.
think this goes back to skateboarding. Like, that's where I think I learned, like, I would say it's like a cheat code because like what you literally fail over and over and over and over just to do a kickflip like forever. And there's a million kids that I grew up with that gave up after like 2 tries. And then, so I'm like, dude, it's like it's muscle memory. So like by the time I learned how to kickflip, like it would probably be like 3 or 4 months or whatever of just literally trying it all over and over and over. And you can take like that mentality with anything. So like golf, for instance, you have to swing every day. You're gonna be ass forever or for a long time until you get that muscle memory down. But you have to learn how to do it the right way while you're trying it, even though you're gonna mess up. And eventually it'll click all in one day. So like if you take an hour or 2 a day just on a couple things that you want to get better at, just do that. And then over the next month or 2, you'll look back and be like, holy crap, like I'm way better now than I was 2 months ago. Same thing with snap shooting with paintball or anything with paintball, basically.
Yeah, anything, literally anything. You take that same formula and just embrace the times where, as you said, your ass, and you're going to get way better. It's going to take a few months probably, like you said too, where you're just going to be completely terrible. You're going to be so bad. And as long as you don't give up on yourself and you keep obviously applying the principles of whatever it is, the sport, the business, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, you're going to get better. And it's just so sad. Even like you see kids today, they give up on things so quickly. And if you give up quick, you're going to give up quick on anything, so you got to like really hardwire your brain to say, no, I'm going to fight the urge to give up so quickly. Cause it's really, like you said earlier, you got to break through the mental barrier.
Yeah, dude, I battle with that every day, even with music and golf. I'll just be like, I'll make a song and then I'm like, I don't like it. And then I'm like, I'll just be done because it's kind of like in my head, I'm like, I'm spending a lot of time on this. I should be really good by now, but I'm like about to give up, but I'm like, no, dude, you can't. I'm like, I'm already so deep in it. I can't, I'm already, like, there's no way. So I just like, I'm battling all day with that stuff, with everything.
For sure. Well, I think we all do. That's something that every single one of us, everyone listening, all of us here, we go through these hurdles every single day. Whether it's, you're trying to accomplish a goal or just simple things in your life, but if you just resist the urge to quit, because it's so easy. It's easy to quit in relationships and anything. The difficult things are when you fight for what you got to do, for what is right for your business or for your career. You really got to fight too, and you gotta be gritty about it and know where you're headed. And if you have that strong mentality, like you said, Danny, you'll accomplish anything. You'll have the #1 coffee brand in the world. You know what I'm saying? But there's gonna be some trials and tribulations. It's gonna be tough, and everything about that experience is gonna make you want to quit. And you would think, God, it's just easy to quit right now and start something else, but just fight through it.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So your journey in paintball started when you were younger. You play still for the Bloodhawks. You help coach as well, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
Coached them last year, 2 years ago now,
which is really difficult. So how did the journey start for you? Midwest, going out playing?
Yeah. So my first time, my first experience with paintball was just in my backyard with my friends, and they shot me in the foot, and like, dude, I was like bawling my eyes out. I was like 10 or something. And I'm like, I will never ever play that sport ever again. And then
I'm sorry. What's so funny, I don't know if you've heard my story, but when I was a kid, when I was like 10, 11, if I would be the last one alive, I was so afraid of getting shot that I would shoot myself in the foot thinking that was better. and call myself out.
Oh.
I would shoot myself in the foot and be like, "Look, I'm hit. I'm out." Like I'd be the
No
last
way. That's
alive. I was
dude, the
like
foot
10.
hurts bad.
I
The
just think
top
it's
of the foot.
hilarious. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a funny tie back. I was so stupid.
But so like after that, I think I was in like middle school and one of my buddies was getting into like paintball or one of his friends had like either a birthday party or like just a get together where they have like woods ball basically. And so I showed up and like the very first time playing, I wrecked like everybody. And I was like, dude, I'm like, all these people are just hiding, not even looking. And I could see them like with their guns above their without looking. So I'm like, I'll just walk around your gun and shoot you in the back. I was like, it was so easy. I was like, dude, this is sick. So like I was like addicted from there because nobody could shoot me. And then I would like set up a field in my woods and then invite everybody. And then slowly everybody kind of like didn't want to play anymore because I was just wrecking everybody. And then I found some guy had a like. You remember those old paintball fields that had like tubes to blow up the whole field?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He had one of those down the street from me, and we were just having paintball like matches on the weekend with like no netting and just paint going everywhere. And a guy showed up there, and he said he played pro. He was like 40 or something or 30, and he's like, dude, you're really good. He's like, you need to go try out for a team. And I didn't even know there was the PSP, MPPL at the time. Nothing. Well, obviously, I think I seen Ali Lang, but I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make it to that, whatever. And then so he tells me to try out. I find out that Detroit Action was like in the area. I don't know if you guys know who they were. They were like a really good like D2 team back then, and they played so many events. It was crazy. So I try out for them, make the team. And then I think the Michaels run that field, but they were going to Cup, and I had no clue like what paintball like was. So they were like, I made the team, but they didn't really let me practice before then. So I was like, what the heck? I was like, I come here, spend all this money, and I have to sit on the sidelines. I was like I'm done. Like screw that. So I left, quit them right away.
Wait, what year was that World Cup? What year was that?
That was like had to have been like 2006 or 2007.
6 or 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so then I go and play with like Grind, which is the Lone Wolf guys, and Grind City, these other guys. And every team I played, the other team wanted me on their team because I was the snake guy messing everybody up. And so I was just jumping team to team. And then I ended up back on Detroit Action. This is like a quick kind of thing.
Yeah, of course.
I ended up back on Detroit Action and stay with them for like a really long time. Just because like they let me work at the field and I could like pay off the events and I could actually play. And Jim Michaels, like one of the sons of the field, he's so good at paintball. It sucks that he never got to be pro because he's the one that taught me like everything. He seen me play a 3-man there and like gave me like the craziest like tips when I was just starting, and he like definitely molded me as like the player I am today, I would say.
For sure.
But like so when I actually played on the Grind, which is the Lone Wolf guys, they were the ones that took me to the first like PSP events. And dude, that was when my eyes were open to like what paintball was. They like filled the bathtubs up with like liquor and alcohol. And I'm like 14, 15 years old. And I'm like, I spent my like life savings to come out here. And I thought it was like a serious like sport thing. And they're all just there to have fun and have like a vacation thing. And I'm like,
hey, let's
dude,
go, baby.
Yeah. But then now it's more so like serious, I would say, even with the lower divisions.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was definitely just a different time, in the early 2000s, but it is like at the divisional level, you got to make sure, and at the pro level, you want to be having a great time as well. Obviously, the alcoholism will definitely hinder you at the pro level. You'll get some cramps here and there or something like that, but you definitely have to be on your P's and Q's these days when it comes to the health and fitness. Yeah, the tournament scene, probably once you got into that, you were addicted. You were like,
dude.
Yeah.
It was the second I played on airball, I'm like, this is all I want to do. And it sucks because like even when I was younger, when I would see really good players quit, it would make me so mad. I'm like, because I hate wasted talent.
Yeah.
Like anytime I see wasted talent, I get so I'm like, oh, dude, come on. But then like even me, like I would always tell myself like, don't ever quit paintball. And like now, like, well, I have injuries and stuff, so it's like, but like I still want to play, but it's like I don't, dude, you have to be like your whole body has to be working pretty good to be running around
Yeah.
diving out there.
Yeah,
And
no
but
doubt.
like I'm glad I get to do this because I'm still in the industry and in the sport, and I love watching you guys play and filming you guys out there. It's so fun. And I feel like that helps me as a player when I go play because it's like I see stuff that nobody even gets to see half the time.
That's true. Yeah, you're seeing all the good stuff. You're catching
Yeah, like
all the moments.
there's so many moments where people can make moves and people and a lot of the pros don't. That's what like in my mind I'm like, dude, like it's like it makes me so mad out there.
Yeah.
It's one of the easiest games I think to watch from the sidelines though and
Yeah.
know the answer, but in the game it's like you just have no way of knowing some of the
Yeah, that's
stuff
true.
out there, right? It's like it is one of those things, not like watching football where you're like, yeah, I guess, you're like, he's open, why don't you pass to him? But when you're
Yeah.
watching paintball, it's like so obvious when an opponent is looking the other way,
Yeah.
but the player, like can't, you can't see through the
you
bunkers.
can't
Yeah,
see.
it's like, but it's every single point
Yeah.
you could watch and you're like, why aren't you making this move?
Yeah.
Like
There are those
sure.
certain points. I'm not talking about those specifically. There's
Sure.
some where it's like you have to get down the field and
Yeah.
there's gaps and people aren't
yeah.
even getting down the field and
True.
like
Yeah.
and I'm
Or
like,
There's the
looking-
frustrating. That's
Yeah.
like situational paintball you're talking about where
yeah,
you're either down points or whatever it is. And you're like, you're
Yeah.
just not even playing the situation right. It's not about whether or not you get shot or not. You're just not
exactly.
playing the situation correctly.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
100%.
Yeah. And how did you get, so you got injured and that kind of like stifled the paintball a little bit?
Yeah. So what sucks is it first started at the woods ball field in my woods. Basically, I was like 15, 16. I dove over a tree with my arm like this, arm down, dislocated it, and then from there, it kept happening at like regular, just playing at the airball field
that's the
and
worst.
skateboarding. And I would always, people are like, how do you know how to put it back back in place? And it was from one of the PB Access podcasting with Maddie and Brandon Cornell. He's like, he's like explained how he did it, and like the second it happened to me, that's what I thought, and that was the only time or the only ways I could get it back in was how Brandon explained it on that podcast.
Wow.
Damn.
Dude, that was such a gut wrenching when he did it for the first time. It was in Dallas, 2015. I was playing right behind him on the Dorito side, and it was like rainy and muddy, really shitty conditions. And we break out, and like I just hear this, like, he just was like, oh, and I'm like, B, you good? He's like, oh, and I see him hunched over, and I'm like, oh God, it was like sick to my stomach. Dude, I just felt so bad for like what he was going through.
Dude,
we finished.
Have you guys ever had that happen to you?
Knock on wood. No,
Yeah.
It is
I
would say one of the top worst pains ever. Like I've torn ligaments, I've broken bones. That once it goes back in, it's like, dude, it feels so good because you don't even care. Like,
yeah, jeez.
It's by far the worst pain I've ever had, and it's happened a million times for me. And I got the surgery, and then I'm at the gym last year, and I'm doing a lat pull down. And it snaps on me again. That's when I stopped playing originally, or last year. Yeah, last year.
Brutal.
I got scared. I was like, is this like ruined now, my surgery?
Have you talked to Brandon about which surgery he got? Because he got a couple surgeries and it kept happening, but then he finally got something where that he like bolted his shoulders in. Like he's like he's like Iron Man now.
I talked to him. I think I have the surgery that he got the second time. I think.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But my whole labrum was torn. I had no when they did an X-ray, dude, it's gross. So like the labrum kind of like holds your shoulder like a socket, like it locks in. But I didn't have anything there. So anytime my arm moved weird, it was out. I would put on a jacket and my arm would pop out. It was
So is it better now, like these days?
Yeah, I went and got this was like a month ago. I talked to a different specialist because I was like, I don't know. And then he's like, he tested my arm and went through like some stretches and stuff. And he says it's stable. He's like, it just probably dislocated. like a normal person now and not like ripping everything because I have there's like a notch in my bone now from how many times it dislocated to where he says it's like sitting on the ledge. So if it slips, it's gonna go.
Dude, you're living on the ledge. Holy smokes, Tanner. No more
Yeah.
paintball for you, bro. You just keep cooking up.
I could play. It's just because I don't dive with that arm, so I don't have to really worry about it.
Yeah, just stay on your feet. Just stay in the Doritos.
You got to
run
stay
the
Yeah.
run the
I think
Doritos.
I'll come back. I just don't know what team I'd play for now. I was playing with the Titans for a little bit. That was so fun.
Dude, they're going to World Cup.
I know they already talked to me.
I'm excited. Shout out to the New Zealand boys. They have built an amazing facility out there in New Zealand. Their field is gorgeous. Yeah.
I want to go out there and do something. I just need my passport.
Yeah.
We should set something up. I don't. Yeah, I need to get it.
Oh, what? Yeah, get that. And let's go to New Zealand.
Yeah, we should do. We'll bring
the
like
Kiwis.
all the guys, and we'll go like film like we'll do like a street ball there or something. That'd be sweet.
Oh, it'd be amazing. They would love it too. Dave is just so excited about paintball. Always has been.
He's
one of the best teams. Yeah, those people are absolutely fantastic. Got a lot of love for them. It's the former Expendables guys. Yeah, Ty.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we brought the first world championship ever to the Kiwis. You know, with the Expendables. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, they have like statues of us out there. Have you seen them? It's crazy. It's insane.
I haven't seen those. I got to check those out.
Shout out to the Kiwis. Let's go, baby. New Zealand.
Nice.
Danny, you're one of the most amazing videographers in paintball, photography on point as well. You're the amazing creative mind that helps with HK Army, one of the biggest paintball companies in the world. What's it like working at HK, man? It's got to be pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Like so when I first started working here, it's like they never really told me like anything, like what to do. Like they told me like kind of like go film this, go do that, but they don't tell me like what video needs to be made or like how something should be filmed. It's like you get that full creative freedom, and it's been nice because we moved like 3 times, so I got to see like from where they were up until now, which is pretty crazy.
The globe has been insane, dude. Just think about it. Tyler and I, we watched these guys when they were out of the Scion boxcar, Brandon Ford's Scion boxcar, dude. That's where
crazy.
Slanging headbands at SC Village. Like,
dude,
you know,
it's crazy. It's insane.
It is insane to see where they're all at now. And it's a really cool story too. Just, you know, a group of friends that fell in love with paintball as players and then decided to, you know, turn a business out of it and become one of the biggest brands in all of paintball and actually outside of paintball too. Just the company transcended.
Yeah. If anybody has like they're the people that, you know, like if they can do it, you can do it for sure.
You know, yes and no, because they have like just enough loose in the head to like really go for it like that.
Boy,
you know?
That's true. Yeah.
Well, also it says something about your team because they have one of the strongest teams in the sport and in like I've seen a lot of businesses come and go. I've watched a lot of companies do their thing. This team creatively and then on the business side of it, knowing how to get all the right assets acquired and how to play the game of business. Yeah, they're as sharp as it comes, and they work so well together. Yeah, they got Uncle Rigatoni. He's going wild in Italy, having some fun. You know, you got the whole squad that's living it up.
I feel like
that's the energy, man.
Yeah, everybody has like a really important role, which is like most companies. I feel like a lot of people are taking too much of a role, and here it's like you got Fort that's like really good with like numbers and stuff. You got Mark. He's the best like marketing person ever. It's like everybody has their own lane, and most of the people stay in it, and it works. Like it all feeds into like one thing. It's for sure. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Jay's whipping up, you know, some of the most fire designs for all the teams, and the list goes on and on with the squad. Myers, Bretto, everybody that is a part of. There's just so many people that care so much about the company.
Ty, do you know that? Because this is hilarious. Our game at the last event on Sunday against you guys, Damage Impact. Jay was in our pit helping us.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, he like disappeared. But then I was watching the footage back, and I see him in your guys' pit helping and filling pods. And so I said, I'm like, Jay, what the fuck? You were like with us. What are you talking? He's like, I gotta share the love with both my teams, you know? Like, so
Yeah,
in the
he's
middle of the same
constant.
game, he's like running back and forth, helping
Dude,
both of
let's
his
go.
teams. I'm like,
Love that.
that's who those guys are, though. They still love the game
Yeah.
so much, you know, and it really shows. They're at all the events, you know.
Yep.
Jay's at all the events. He's in the pits with the
Yeah.
teams. Like,
I feel like that
you know,
makes a big difference, 100%.
yeah,
Because
man.
like,
Yeah, it does.
if once people get out of paintball, I feel like it's harder for them to get back into it. And like, if you're there and in the scene, it's like it's such a different vibe when you're back home and creating stuff, because you got to
Yeah.
see the emotion, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and shout out to Howski as well. What up, Howski? You had all the tournaments, Bree holding down the fort. And yeah, it's a fun company. I can only imagine how fun it is working there every single day. You know, I know Brandon Short, he's at the facility as well. He brings energy into the space. It's just, you know, you couldn't ask for a better group. And that's really what it takes, whether you're building a company or, you know, trying to have a successful household or a team. It's everybody coming together and playing their roles. And, you know, yeah, like you said, everyone stays in their lane. And not only that, but they don't need to navigate into another lane because they have so much faith in that lane already being covered. And it creates this just amazing space for growth. So working with HK, you do the videography. How did you get into all that? Because you're a master at it. And then we do have some questions in the Discord as well. A lot of people are really excited that you're here. I want to pick your brain on some stuff here in a moment. But yeah, how did you get started with all this?
So it started from skateboarding, because like you need like a filmer if you're gonna make. We used to make like street videos or just skate park videos, and all my friends, they were all really good. So I was like, I guess I'll just film because I'm still learning. So I got a like Canon 70D or something. Started filming with that, putting out skate edits, and then I started making like really creative, cool skate edits that were like bizarre, like people kicking up their skateboard and then they just appear behind the skateboard, grab it and go. Like they just spawn out of no, I don't know, stuff like that. And then it just kept like growing into. Then I got into photos while in the middle of that, and then it kept growing, like with shooting like models and like making cool videos with all of that kind of stuff. And while I was getting good at that, I was working at a graphic design firm making like hood flyers for like like strip clubs and stuff. It was literally literally right off of 8 Mile in Detroit is where I was working.
Yeah.
And
Let's go.
so that was a cool spot, and I learned a
$2
lot.
you call it or what?
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of weed shop like flyers and stuff. So it made me so good at graphic design, because like I would go in there and have to knock out so many flyers a day, and just the repetition of it. Like I was saying, it like
this is all self-taught. You didn't go to school for any of this?
I went to school for it, but I didn't
Okay.
learn. I didn't learn how to do that in school. Like I went to the Art Institute, and I
Yeah.
literally taught myself off of YouTube, because the teachers were busy teaching the new kids how to just use the pen or paint tool in Photoshop. And I'm like, I already know how to do all this. Like,
Crazy.
so I just would go and watch tutorials and just do whatever.
Nice.
But from that job, I got like one of my buddies seen one of my videos, and I got hired to like, it was called like TV Store Online. It was like a costume company. You'll see me all over Amazon. I'll be wearing like because I was the model too, dude. There's some funny. I'll send you stuff on Instagram.
I'm telling you, dude, this guy does everything.
Yeah,
Danny literally does everything, dude. It like blows me away. Fucking, if I'm cruising Amazon and I see you, I'm gonna.
Dude, I'll send it to you. You're gonna die laughing. But so I would do videos for them, and that's where I got like really good at making videos, because I had to make cool like Halloween costume videos and actually go somewhere and shoot that kind of stuff. But I was doing my own stuff at the same time, and that's how Mark seen my Instagram, just from like a random. I think he said it was like a carnival. I shot a girl at a carnival and made it like a really cool edit, and then I made like I shot another one in Detroit where I made it look like Burning Man, but in the middle of the city. And he seen those, or someone sent it to him, and then he like followed me and liked my stuff. And at that time, I didn't post any paintball stuff, so I thought I was like, oh shit, Marky, you like my stuff? Because I knew who he was from when I was playing paintball growing up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way. And I'm like screenshotting it and like getting all stoked. And then he messages me and wants to send me stuff to like film and just make edits at home. So I did that for like a year or two. And this is what I'm going to sidetrack for a second. When people like get into photo and video, I don't know if anybody in your Discord is, a lot of people instantly want to charge money and like charge people a lot of money for it. And sometimes you got to do stuff for free for a long time and get good at it, because that's where all the opportunities will come from. If you're charging people right off rip and your stuff isn't even that good, like 9 times out of 10, they're not even going to come back, or they're not going to tell other people about you. So you have to like grow it organically and then
That's right.
do all that.
Dude, that's huge. That relates to like teaching clinics. When I first started teaching clinics, gosh, I mean, 18 years ago. Jeez, dude, we're getting up there. I would literally do it for like $250. You know, I'd be like, I'll come out for the weekend for $250, $500. You know, I was like, just, you know, wanted to get booked, create a relationship with that field, provide a good experience, and see what it could evolve to. And that turned into something much, much, much greater.
Exactly.
Book any weekend that I want, much higher premium. And so now kids will, younger pros or even top level semi-pros, like, hey, like, what should I charge? I'm like, look, with all due respect, like, you got to build it first. You know, you haven't, you might be a great player, but there's no proof that you're a good teacher yet, you know? So you have to go and actually build that and create these relationships. And, you know, you find fields that you go to once or twice a year and you continue to come back, and then you could raise your prices, but like, just get the business first and prove that you're worth something, you know, like prove your worth first. I think that's really wise and valuable information or advice, I guess, for the listeners.
And that's what I did for Mark and them. Like, I was like, I'll just do this because I knew, like, in the back of my head, and I'm like, this might turn into something. I don't know what, but if he's sending me stuff and I'm making videos for a while, like, that should maybe turn into something like a year or two. And sure enough, they were like, yo, like, we're thinking about moving you out here. And I was like, dude, that's like my dream to live in California. Like, dude, are you kidding me? And then so I was like, I'm like, I don't know if I want to. Like, I did, but I'm like, I can't. They offered me like I don't want to say the number, but I'm like, it's barely like enough to like live out there. And then this is when they were at that one Gardena area. So they weren't huge yet. I mean, they were still big, but whatever. And so I'm like at the gym one night, and he texts me. He's like, yo, if you get a place, like, we'll move you out here like ASAP. So I'm at the gym and I found a spot, and the next day I moved. I packed my car and just left. And that was like one of the hard, I didn't realize how hard it was to leave everything, dude. Like, until you're in the car driving away from like your friends, your family, dude, it was a rough 2 hours before I got out of Michigan. And then like, you realize like, dude, I'm not going to see a lot of these people for a minute, and just on social media and stuff.
Yeah.
But before that, I flew out and visited first. And then
you got to lay the layout.
I visited, and then I seen where Mark lived, and I'm like, oh, I'm living over here. I made it work. I made it work. Even with how much they paid me when I first started, I was like, I literally had nothing in my apartment for like a year. I would have my groceries out on my patio, staying in the shade. I would have like just my desk and my chair. That's all I had.
Welcome to PTG World, the ultimate paintball community where the game never stops and the vibes are always elite. Inside our Discord chat, you'll find nonstop action in rooms like the Players Chat, Gear Talk, PB Fashion, News, the Media Gang channel, and the exclusive Guest Questions channel where you get to ask our weekly podcast guests anything you want to be answered live on the PTG show. But it does not stop there. We also host monthly Goat Squad live hangouts for our GOAT tier members, packed with giveaways, laughs, and nonstop behind-the-scenes shenanigans. It is a full hour of community fire with the most amazing people who are locked in every day for the love of the game. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a seasoned pro, PTG World is your front row seat to the pulse of paintball. Click the orange Patreon link at ptgpodcast.com and join the party. Once again, that is ptgpodcast.com. Click the orange link, and we will see you in the chat.
You're like, I got to warm up this hot pocket. Let's put it outside or like right inside the
Yeah.
window so the sun will, heat it up a little bit. Got to make it work, man.
Yeah. Now it's great. Now I'm fine, and they took care of me. So
You got to be willing to sacrifice a couple years of maybe it's like luxury living or whatever your idea of extra expenses. You got to be able to sacrifice for a couple years if you want to set yourself up to be in a good position long term. Not always. Some people just get lucky or incredibly talented with something and they land a cush gig right away. But honestly, yeah, it's like being able to scale back and be comfortable where you're at and look at the long-term picture instead of just what the immediate future has to offer.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, you deserve everything good coming your way, Danny, because honestly, dude, your creativity is next level. And the types of tools that you use in your editing style, you always seem to be a step ahead of the curve on what's going to be popular, what the new cutting edge thing that people want to see or the way it's viewed. So how do you stay on top of that as well? You're in the Reddit forums? You just deep in there?
So like this is
with those.
So obviously everybody's on social media, so you see trends and you see like what people are doing. But I think the biggest thing that's helped me, because I see it with like my friends and stuff. I'll like get in their car and they're listening to like, I mean, it's fine, I don't care, but they're listening to the same music they listened to in high school up until now. I mean, I do it too sometimes, but I'm always listening to new music every day. I'm listening to like the new, and I feel like that keeps you like creatively young, kind of. I don't know how to explain it. It's super weird, but like if you're listening to like, well, obviously I listen to a lot of EDM, and that works for paintball still. There's some good rock music too, or metal stuff. That's pretty nice. But like if you're listening to constantly new stuff, I feel like you're not going to be stuck in like those old ways, kind of.
Yeah, it's new rhythms, new moves, Yeah, you're making new moves out there, and there is so much nuanced creativity through the music that you listen to. Just even different slang, different types of sounds.
Exactly. Yep.
It keeps you fresh and keeps you on your toes. But yeah, like they even had the recently, everyone was posting that really thin band, and you were the first one that I saw do that. And then everybody else is doing a similar thing.
Where did that come from? Because I actually first saw it on Twitter or on X, I guess. I guess we could finally make the transition and start calling it X. I think it's appropriate. That's a funny thing about branding, and you're the perfect person to talk to about this. But when Elon first changed it to X, I think everybody thought it was stupid. Made no sense. I thought it was dumb for a long time. I was like, it's Twitter. It's still Twitter. It's still Twitter. And over the last like month, I've been like, X kind of works. I like X. X is
I think it works really good.
Branding is just so funny. It's more
over time. It's gonna be like it took you what, a year or two to get kind of used to it. Yeah. So like the more, that's the thing that people need to understand about branding. The more you literally have to saturate like, and it has to be good to where like if it needs to be look good, the quality needs to be good. If one of those two are off, and you're not doing it right, it's people catch on. You can tell.
I mean, Hormesis was the same. I thought that name was awful when I first heard it, and then it honestly became just obviously one of the titans in the space, and the branding is great. But yeah, it's interesting how your emotional feeling towards something can change like that. But yeah, that's where I first saw it, was on X, and I was like, "What is this? This makes no sense." And then you were the first person in paintball that I saw do it. I'm like, "What is this trend? Where did it start?"
I kept seeing it. I almost didn't do it because I'm like, that's so like, who's gonna?
I didn't like it.
Squint at their phone and
I didn't like it.
And so I kept seeing it on, because my Skull Brew account and some of my like Explorer page stuff is, dude, a new account is so sick. Like it feeds you some real, like, I don't know if it's because it's like it's just all creative stuff. Like it's insane. So I think I seen it off of there, and I kept seeing it, and then I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this because I'm like, I don't know. But then like, I think some people will like it. And then I thought it was going to be like short like that. And then black. I didn't realize it was going to on the feed be like that small. And then, I seen it a couple more times. I'm like, oh, it does do that. So it's like an Instagram feature. So it looks
Interesting.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is a little different than what I was seeing on X too. And so I wonder if it was a spin-off of this. Because on X, what they were doing is they were posting a full photo, but the opacity was turned down on majority of the photo, and it just had that rectangle spot.
Yeah.
And then the caption was always like, you know, how do I make this fit into the thing? But it showed the full photo, and then you know, like the little rectangle was highlight, like you could actually see the photo. Was that the same trend? It's gotta be
almost, but you're not supposed to have anything above or below it. Just that. And there is a new trend. I did it with my Skull Brew account where it's like you have a short video and then another short video, but you screenshot the Instagram stuff, put it in the middle, and then you like mask out. Like I masked out the coffee pouring, and it looks like it's going over the likes and the comments into the next video.
What?
Yeah. It only works though if everybody's on dark mode, and it only works in the feed. If you click the video, you're gonna be like, what the heck is this?
If you're not on dark mode in 2025, you've been living under a rock and you were just doing things wrong. It's funny. I think like Greenspan, I don't know if he's finally made the switch, but for the longest time, he like had the regular mode. I'm like, Ryan, what are you doing, dude? Like, you of all people, you care about like health and all. Like, get rid of the blue light, you know, as much as you can. Stop, put it on dark mode.
Yeah, I can't do white mode. I went back once and I was like, oh my God, I can't.
Yeah, horrible. Well, man, Danny, like I said, again, just the talent is absolutely unreal. But you're a great person to talk about how we capture our sport. And obviously there's so much conversation going on right now about, you know, the different things that the league's trying, that, you know, teams are trying, everyone's trying to figure out a way to package what we have and be able to get some big TV deal or outside sponsorship. What do you think, from your perspective, is the best way forward?
Oh, man, there's so many different things to like, because now, so like, you know how I base it off of like Live Golf now, because Live Golf is a really like, they're on the up and coming to the PGA, and the PGA is like so boring to watch, and you don't like, it's kind of like the NXL for like new people. Like it might be cool for a second, but you're like, what is happening? So I feel like they should try to, like, I know they did it at Cup last year where they had the tracer kind of going across from the drone shot. They had like little paintballs going across the screen.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know where that went. Is that gone?
Yeah, it's random. So the person doing it, Steven, he doesn't come to all the events, but when he's there, he like, it's great. And yeah, and it's like that. I agree. I mean, it's one of the more frustrating things is when we see something on Go Sports and we're like, oh my God, this is a great advancement in you know what the production's doing. And then like the next event, it won't be there. And you're like, why did we lose that? You know, it's a bummer, but I agree. Cause yeah, that shows the viewers kind of exactly what's going on. It's just more information. It's visuals. You can be like, okay, I understand this.
Yeah. And I think so, like, obviously like the golf tracer, it helps the viewer see those over the top tracers. Would be nice to see like who's holding what lane. They definitely need to make the field bigger for the filmers if like they want good content from, because like they should keep in mind, like they don't only need the content if they want the paintball to grow. They need everybody, all the companies, to put out the best content of their event. So why, I don't get why, even on like the I would say D2, D1, and Pro, because when I go to the smaller fields or the lower division fields, I don't even want to film because I'm getting tore up, dude. Like I step on the field and I'm getting ripped.
Real quick, Danny's not referring to the actual playing field being bigger. He's talking about the surrounding areas inside the nets, which Verbal has also voiced his opinion on this. And I mean, it just makes sense, you know, giving you guys more space to get back and get different angles and be able to zoom in from afar.
Because there was a couple where Verbal likes to get like the crossfield shots. I would, but I don't like to get tore up the whole time. But he a lot of the times he's in the good spot where all the paint's hitting like his feet. And then so like if it's just around, they should just measure that perimeter of like where the paint hits and then go like 5 feet back more, and then that's it. And then everybody has room to like get the cool shots that they need. And then everybody's making like the sickest content. It's like I don't care who cares who gets what. Like as long as everybody's seeing paintball, that's
agree.
one way to do it. I don't know, but
No, those are great points. Those are really great points. And I love what you said about the optics of seeing where the paint is. It's a super confusing chore for somebody watching paintball to understand what is stopping anybody or what is actually going on. But if you're able to apply that aspect of it to the visual consumption, they could see, oh, wow, okay. Well, it looks like this player is actually open for a move because nobody's even looking at him right now, and they can start to put the pieces together in their mind after watching. So what we could also do is possibly throw some black lights, get the streams rolling, something like that. You never know. It could happen
in
someday.
my opinion, I don't think that's going to grow paintball. That's just me though, just because.
Yo,
well, no,
hot take right here.
Hold on.
Take.
I'm not saying in the dark. You would need the lights as well, like bright lights.
Yeah.
But I think if you had the bright white lights with
to light up the balls.
Just so you could see, just the bright white light so you could see, and then having the black light with the ambient other light would make the paintballs pop. I think that there could be something there, but no, running around in the dark is not the answer for our sport. You definitely need a very well lit space. And then I think that also if you have the black light, it's still going to make those paintballs pop with the bright white light as well.
It does. Cause like, we did it at Combat one time just to test it out. They have like a floodlight or two, not like ASG, and we had like just like a glow loader, and it looked insane still.
Yeah,
just with
interesting.
But that's like a tracer almost.
Yeah,
but
no, that's a good idea for sure, Ty. I do think that glow paintball will help paintball grow, but in a different way, right? Like I think it's one of those things where if you could get a bunch of content of that is those are the types of visuals that the random non-paintball person sees on Instagram and is like, whoa, what? This is sweet. Let's go do this Wednesday night,
And what I was going to say, another thing that I would say would grow paintball that has nothing to do with like us or me or NXL is you guys. So like the pros, like, I don't know if you guys are plugged into like YouTube golf at all. It's insane, dudes. And they just play like I just get my ideas from other constantly.
You see what works and you're like, let's why not do this.
They have the biggest following. Like it's kind of like what Ronnie Dizon's doing, but we need more pros to be like, okay, like don't be scared to just like vlog your drill day and post it, just make like a quick edit, or if you need help, reach out to me. I'll whip something up as long as you film it and get more, because Greenspan did a good job like 10 years ago, I think, doing it. His YouTube was insane. He had good drill videos, but over time that stuff gets lost. But we need more pros growing the sport through their YouTube. And I think that would help because Matt the Gym Rat's doing it, but he does it in a slightly different way, and he's not a pro. But like you guys, I think it would really benefit the sport if you guys just had a camera on a tripod and just do it while you're doing a drill. Because if you look into YouTube golf, it funnels into all these huge tournaments and pro PGA. The Live Golf now has all the YouTubers. They sponsored them. Like I know they have more money, but
what's the name of that channel?
Live Golf?
No. The YouTube. You said YouTube golf. Is that a channel
YouTube
or is
golf.
that?
No. It's like YouTube golfers. So it's like
got
Grant Horvath, who has this company. There's the Bryan Bros. There's and then there's people that aren't even good that are hilarious to watch.
Dalton was, I forget what they're called. They're like called like the Friends or something, and it's like four friends.
I think it's just four golf.
Maybe I forget what it was called.
And then there's the what is there? It's like Barstool Sports guys.
Interesting.
They're so funny, dude. It's hilarious. Like,
it's just good content.
Kids that they just record themselves playing golf. Nothing super special. They have a few graphics on there, and their channel has absolutely blown up. And like, of course, that's got to be good for golf. And
it does work because I made one vlog when I came back to paintball, and that was like my most viewed video, and I was like, Oh, dude, it was a really good video. I think it was at Camp P and stuff, but I think if more pros were involved in that, I think it would help like overall.
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to draw more eyes for sure. Yeah, we need everybody getting
And then you guys
active
can
and
collab with each other and make cool videos, or we can come out and do like a content day.
yeah.
I don't know, stuff like that.
No, you're absolutely right, Danny. Yeah, all those points you made are spot on. If we want to keep growing, obviously for the video content creators with the field, getting them a little bit more space, the optics for viewers, letting them see where the rounds are, and then everybody getting active with the cameras and just showing people this amazing game that we play. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yep,
What do you
100%.
think about formats and all the changes in 3-man, 5-man, 7-man, 10-man?
The 3v3, I don't know. I don't really like it. If it was a different field, maybe.
How come?
Because it's too like, I think it's too easy, like on the big field like that. But also at the ESPN thing, it was
It's too much. It's
points
too
for
fast.
over. Yeah, it was too fast. So I don't know what the
Happy medium is.
the happy medium is for that. So it's like really, I don't know. I feel like 3v3 is just not it for people to watch.
I gotta say, I gotta say, I agree, and I'm coming from a place where I was like a big fan of the 3-on-3s because I love that's my favorite part of a 5-man game is when it breaks down to a 3-on-3, and so I
Yeah.
kind of thought it would be like that, but when you
doesn't.
break out that way, it just doesn't because you
No.
just you can exploit too much, but even when you do exploit a whole lot, you don't really have these massive moves like in a 5-man game or a 4-on-3, point, like one player can break it open and have this huge like game-changing move. I just feel like it's so much more dynamic. But it does seem like a lot of people are loving it. It seems like, producers in other, fields or some of the ESPN people, they really like it.
I think the only reason they like it is because somebody's getting bunkered every point almost, or towards the end.
I
So
agree.
you're
I
getting some
totally agree.
action,
Yeah,
which
I
that
agree.
might be what they're trying to go for, which
Yeah,
I get.
I agree.
'Cause that's where I get most of my like people getting tore up clips from the
Yeah.
3-man. But the 5-on-5 is so much more entertaining to watch if you understand the game.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
I think that's why I don't like the 3v3 also, because it's like you said, the 5-on-5 when it gets down to 3-on-3 is not the same because you guys are already in the process of figuring it out
Yes.
and not going off the break hoping you kill one and then someone could fly down the field and it's not the same at all.
Yeah, because in a natural 5v5 game, when it comes to a 3-on-3, most of the time the other team doesn't even know yet, or somebody doesn't know a piece of information yet, and then there's things that happen. Whereas in a 3v3, everyone knows it's 3v3. I do think you're right. The ESPN field was a little bit too small, but I will say, man, after playing that, the cadence and the pace at which we were going, it felt like a real sport. I felt like, and obviously what I play right now feels like a real sport, but we have a break to let the other team go on because the split deck, you get a little bit of rest there. There's downtime, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Whereas with the 3v3 in that format, bro, you got to be ready. You got to be ready to go because you're not stopping. And it showed at the end of the tournament. I think that we had a little bit more depth and like gas in the tank at that 3v3 to win it, but it is grueling and tough. And by the time, I think it was a little too fast. You need like 45 seconds, I think, to let the commentators talk. And then the field needed to be just a little bit bigger, but we were working in the parameters of that space that we had there. But we learned a lot, obviously from it. And yeah, it's just another variation of the game. We're not saying this one or that one, but we need all of it. We need something to hit. I don't care how it happens. People need to see paintball, whether it's 5v5, 3v3, 10v10, 1v1. I don't really care. I just want people to see this amazing sport. And I think that there's some variations on the game. Even like we had the yellow paintballs, which looked phenomenal.
That's the move. That's the way forward.
Yeah, you could see the streams like what we're talking about. You don't need the black light and all these lights. You just
what was the fill? It was a yellow.
It was yellow. I would like to see a yellow shell with a pink fill. That's my personal professional opinion on what would be the best paint possible. Just because the markability, with the yellow paint, with the sun gleaming off of you, it can get lost. Like if it barely breaks off of you, it can be, it's hard to see because the way it shines.
Yeah, I just feel like the pink fill makes the fields look so trashy.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, like it just doesn't look good on. It doesn't look good on
all that footage from Cup. I'm like, dude, for some reason it looks gross.
I totally agree. It looks gross. Yeah, and the green kind of matches the grass at least. Like I hear you, Ty. Pink is definitely better. Yeah. I mean, pink's definitely better. I think for like refs being able to see hits, but as far as like the cameras, I just didn't think the pink looked great. But again, that's one of those things where maybe it's just because it was like so different. It just didn't pass the eye test to us, but maybe over time it does. And you're like, oh no, yeah, that looks normal. But
yeah.
But
the shell at the very least, that yellow shell is popping.
Yeah. Do we need that for sure? Because I remember playing reball and you could see everything, and they were the yellow balls. But for the growing the sport thing, going back to that real quick, I think I don't know if they'll ever do this, but they need like a facility in Texas, so everybody has a 2-hour flight in or whatever, and it makes it easy for everybody. And just send the pros there, have it built out, maybe even a double deck thing where the filmers can go up above higher and get even better angles, or even like a cross platform so we can get down. Just like make it sick so that, or just do that for Cup. I don't know.
Yeah.
But one-stop destination for all the teams to make it easy for everybody.
All right, any investors out there, you heard it. Let's go.
Let's build a damn stadium there. Yeah.
I
love it. Yeah, instead of trying to get in the stadium, just build your own. I don't understand it. Like, what are we doing,
dude? Genius. Again, actually, that deserved more of a round of applause, I guess.
It is. It's amazing how far this paintball thing has gone. We've been in this for a long time, and it's still not where we want it to be. There's a lot of people out there that don't know that we play professional paintball, or that you can have a life in this sport, and it's a life-changing game. I know it's helped a lot of people. Everybody in that building that you're sitting at right there, Danny, all of our lives sitting here. It's really one of those crazy games that has the capacity to change your trajectory. If you're having a tough time, paintball is a really amazing space to get you on the right path. But we're having conversations that are pretty big these days, possibly going to be getting into Tampa Bay, possibly going to be building a stadium in Texas, and I know that even we had Tommy Cole on the show, and he was talking about Dallas. The Cowboys are interested in possibly doing something. So we're moving in the right direction. We just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep having fun with it.
Totally. Yeah. Well, Danny, let's hop into some of these Discord questions. I got a good one from Iconic Paintball Quinn. Shout out to Quinn. He says, Danny, I love all your content. Who would you say is your biggest inspiration for shooting video in the very unique style that you have?
So it would be Peter McKinnon. If you guys ever watch his YouTube, back when he first got into filming, his editing style was like exactly like what I wanted, where you don't need too many effects. You just need a good story and enough good B-roll to tell that story. You don't need all these crazy effects for every little thing, not all these little jump cuts and After Effects stuff. You just keep it simpler and it'll be more digestible for the consumer. And then color grading is a different thing where you get like your own style and vibe from that.
Damn. Yeah, your color grading. I think that's what got me from the beginning, is you have that is part of the unique style of yours.
Yeah.
I really like it.
That's that DaVinci Resolve. If you guys want to learn how to color grade good, do not use Premiere Pro for color grading. It's fucking ass. Don't do
Microsoft Paint. Is that good?
Yeah.
Paint. I have Pixelmator Pro. Does that work? Canva. Does it work on Canva?
Free. I think you could do it on Canva for photos.
Damn, DaVinci's free. Yeah, we need to dial in that.
All right, we're gonna probably get you in trouble with this one here. Let's see. CM Harry, Danny, can you give us a sneak peek or drop some news about the new HK push item that might be dropping? What is your major inspiration of your videos? Also, for the product drop video, or he also says the product drop videos are amazing. Where do your ideas come from for those?
So the push product, I don't know what he's talking about there. So like push is like, I might start handling most of that. I'm not sure, but I haven't heard much on that. And I think you might be talking about the RMX maybe.
Yeah, and then I know that they got a bunch of push stuff in. I saw Marky was posting videos about that, so be on the lookout for some new stuff dropping there.
Some new stuff. But and then it was Peter McKinnon's my inspiration.
Yep.
And then what was the last part? It was
your ideas for the videos that you make for your products. You have like the really I don't know, you make things disappear and then pop out of the smoke, and you like are a master with it all.
Well, a lot of the times it's like last minute. Like they'll literally be like, "We need this for tomorrow or 2 days launch," and I'm like, "Oh, dude, like it's hard to get stuff out like that." But like I said, it's like a lot of it is music. Like I listen to so much music to where it gets me in the zone, and like if I hear the right song, that's when I'll be like, "Okay, I'm using this song for this video." Like I won't even touch the video until I have a song. Like so, I'm listening to songs most of the time before I'm editing.
So coffee and music. That's where it's coming from.
It helps. It helps because it literally, for some reason, I don't know if music does that to like your brain, but it like sparks ideas.
For sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Rounder wants to know, Danny, what are your thoughts on all the old paintball videos being taken down from YouTube? And we don't know why.
We were just because I never watched. So I used to watch all the old ones, but for some reason, I never watched the Push paintball documentary.
No way.
I might have, but I don't remember because I used to literally just go to sleep watching these old DVDs.
Dude, that was my favorite one. I had the VHS.
Pull it up on YouTube right now, and it's taken down. And then on PB Nation, it was taken down. So I don't know if Push took it down, or he actually asked them yesterday. I should go see what they said. But I don't know. Maybe they just want people to buy it, or maybe they seen more people were watching it, so then they were like, "Well, let's take us down."
Yeah, try to get some sales or something. Who knows? Yeah, if you know, sound off in the comments. We'll see what's going on there. We got
just like, so when I was, dude, you got like, just to be on here, I just want to say I'm fucking super thankful because like I used to look up to you guys when I was a kid. Like just to be here is insane.
Dude, the honor's all ours.
Yeah,
the universe is crazy, dude. I don't understand it.
The universe is crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, you never know where you're going to be in 5 years. You really don't. And then,
dude, it's work ethic. You got work ethic, Danny. And that's why Marcelo is like, I'm not surprised. He does this. He does this. He does everything. It's work ethic. So
imagine if I did one thing and put all my time into that. That's what I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. Then maybe you would have had something completely stifle that and not had any other talents and been screwed.
Maybe.
Or you would have been great. I don't know. Like, again, like you're so good at all of these different things. So it's not like, it's rare. There are some people that they'll get good at a bunch of different stuff, but they never really pursue one thing. But it seems like you have pursued like quite a few different things and reached a high level of success in each of them. So I don't know, man. Dude. Yeah, you're definitely doing things the right way.
Yeah, and you're just building your tool bag, bro. Like you see something that you want to be good at, you're like, I'm putting that in my tool bag. I'm learning that. But yeah, it's not too late either. You could still just you could like, boom, just you're gonna do it with your coffee. You're about to be taking over.
This I'm not worried about, but I know this is gonna be a really long-term thing. So like skateboarding, like it's muscle memory. I gotta just keep on it every day at some point, and then just like
that's right.
Just from a year ago, I literally was just designing this on Illustrator. So I'm like,
and now it's there.
It's crazy.
Dude,
yeah, keep pushing, kick push. Let's go.
Hell yeah. You got a quiz? Did I ask the last one?
I got Verb. Verb wants to know, it's the classic question. Shout out to Verb. Favorite food, favorite place to eat it, and he's wondering how your golf game is going.
All right. My favorite food, mac and cheese, dude.
Yo.
I love a good place that has good mac and cheese.
Where's the best stuff?
Yeah, which place?
Yeah. Out here, I don't really, there's not much good ones. It's like, like I found, I think, one good spot, and it's called Project Social in Dana Point, and they have really good mac and cheese. But I don't think it doesn't beat mine. My homemade mac and cheese is insane. So I learned it
Yeah.
from.
Nice.
I used to be a cook at a barbecue place, and I was whipping up.
Just stop it,
I was
dude.
whipping
Get
up
the fuck
mac
out
and
of here.
cheese,
Dude.
and
I used
that
to
was
be
my
a
first
cook at a
job.
barbecue place.
That was my first job.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Dude, if you knew all the jobs I've had, you'd be like,
Oh my goodness. What's next, dude? What's next? Of
Dude, I can
course
make
you
some
did.
bomb
He was
food.
actually an Olympic gym instructor as well. Like
Yes.
all the gymnasts that go to the Olympics, those are all him.
Gosh, dude, this
He
is
taught all of them.
unbelievable. He also
And then-
invented the headband.
Yeah.
Remember when Bob Long was on? He's like, yeah, I invented the pod pack. Like, dude,
Like, yo, that's crazy.
Let's go.
What was the other
Yeah.
part? My golf game.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
golf game, how's it going?
I'm an 8 handicap right now. Oh yeah, me and him talked about it the last event. I think I was
Oh.
like 10 or 11 then, but slightly better.
Dang, dude.
Now,
We're gonna have to-
Now I'm having a problem of like my ball. Like I would hit a fade, and now they're going back to doing a draw. So, and I used to only play draws, and then it switched, and now I'm back to. So it's
Interesting.
I don't know. It's a weird.
Golf's
From
crazy.
repetition, you slowly get bad habits, just like with anything. So you have to kind of correct it when it happens.
It's one of the most difficult sports there is, and it's you versus you in every moment on that.
That's
thing.
why I like it, because paintball, I'm like, dude, I'm doing everything right in my fucking team. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
paintball is rough, dude.
Yeah, Danny's also a top of the line referee. Oh man, that's just
Jack
funny,
of all
dude.
trades, master of
Yeah.
none.
You're a master of some, dude. Jack of all trades, master of some. I like that. I like that a lot more.
Yep.
All right, we've got Lertz Paintball. Shout out to David in here. He said, "What tips do you have for a divisional team looking to create content for their team on a minimum budget? What would you prioritize?" Great question. Excellent question.
I would, if you don't want to buy anything, use your iPhone, set up a tripod, get those cross field shots back and forth, shoot in slow mo. So if you want, you can edit. Dude, the phone is insane now, so you can shoot in 120, upload it to your computer, and make the sickest edits with 120 or 240. 240's on there, and either make cool edits or just upload like a reel a day, or film your pits blowing up on each other, like stuff like that, and just post every day if you want to grow your team social media.
How do you? I don't even know how you change the 120 240. Isn't it on 4K?
It's 4K 30 or 4K 60 stock.
Okay.
So you can change it to HD, or I think it does 4K 120 now, the new one. But
okay,
you can go to 1080 and shoot. Mine is 1080 for 120, or you can go over to the slow mo, and now you got 120 or 240 options.
Okay. Got it.
And then just make sure you go to the computer if you want to make an edit.
Got it. Epic.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Lertz, for tapping in there. We also have Brad. I think you guys played some paintball together. He's wondering. Yep, Brad
Meads
in the house. What has been the biggest speed bump you have encountered? Yeah, he's the man. Starting your business, like speed bump in business. Also, favorite memories from playing with the Titans.
All right. The speed bumps is learning all the taxes and all the legal stuff behind starting a business. It's a nightmare. Doing it like yourself is not fun. I would rather have probably just paid somebody to do it, but I was already so deep. I was like, well, I might as well just do it. But once you get that over with, it's smooth. It should be smooth sailing from there. And then the best paintball memory of the Titans was when you blew up in the pits and threw your mask down, dude.
Me?
Come on, Brad.
No, Brad Meads.
Oh. I'm like, hey, that
love
could have
it.
been me for
So
sure.
I-
I've done that.
I mean, yeah, everybody probably has done that, but
Yeah,
that was a good
that's-
one. That was a good one.
that's hilarious.
All
thank you,
Or when
Brad.
we went and played Texas Cyclone, that was super fun. We scrimmaged them all weekend, and that was a blast, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, running around with the squad's the best.
Yeah.
All right. My last question from the Discord is from CB2K Macroline Gang. He wants to know, what's your favorite movie?
Interstellar.
Oh, bro, that is
my
up
favorite
there.
movie.
It's up there. That's a top 5. Favorite movie is really hard, but that's a top 5 or something. Yeah.
It's in there. Yeah, that's a classic one. Yeah, and he's
anybody
part of
I
it.
watched it with when it came out, they were like, like they didn't even know what was happening, and I'm like, dude, this is sick. This is so
Yeah,
sick. Like
fractals.
this. And they're like, what? Like, not even paying attention. I'm like, oh, dude, you're
I
missing out.
will say I've watched it again recently. My girlfriend hadn't seen it, and so I think it was like a year ago. I've watched it twice in the last year, and both times you like pick up on new stuff, and I'm like, dude, this movie is like, when I first watched it, 10 years ago, whenever it came out, I thought it was obviously amazing. It blew my mind. But watching it again and again, I'm like, oh man, there's even more to it. It's like, it's such a deep movie.
Did you see their podcast that they did? They had the set
No.
of Interstellar
No.
with Matthew McConaughey. I'll send you the clip. I didn't watch it yet, but I seen it. They have like a whole fake setup of them outside of their farm, and he has like a trailer, and they have it lit, and they have it looks so sick. Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you got to send us that, and then send us these pictures of you on Amazon so we could post them on the Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'm going to go search Halloween stuff on Instagram, see if I can find it.
All right, let's see. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Also, CB2K is part of the Macro Line gang. We have a whole chat room for players that use guns with Macro Line. So if you are a player with Macro Line on your gun, hop in the Discord and sound off in there. All right, let's see.
Breathe?
Oh, we got Breathe in the house here.
I'll Breathe.
Yep. He's saying, who is your favorite player on the Narcos and why? Also, do you ever think you'll play again anytime soon? The sport misses you.
My favorite player on the Narcos.
Loaded.
I would say Oz is pretty. Oh man.
Yeah, Oz is the man.
Yeah. Or what's the snake player again's name?
Is it Breathe?
No.
Santos?
Santos. Yeah.
Santos.
I like him a lot too because I seen where he was when he just got into the sport, and where he is now is really good. And same thing with Breathe, dude. Breathe got so good, so fast. I think that's obviously Greenspan coaching them and stuff. And they were playing hard ass teams like us and the Bastards.
Totally.
Yeah, you got to play the good competition.
Yeah, and I should be back maybe. I have one more injury I'm dealing with, and right now it's not looking good. So I have to figure it out. Yeah,
dude,
it's my wrist, dude. It's like it like pops and gets stuck.
Yeah, I saw that when you were golfing. Actually,
I got an MRI on it, and they can't find anything, so I have to go get an arthrogram where they inject me. And the doctor seems he's like, I don't know, this is like baffling because he says I can like reproduce the problem, and he's like, that's not good, but it's like I don't know what to tell you. Like he's like, I don't want to open your wrist up and mess up your wrist. Like, we don't even know what it is.
Damn, dude. Well, take care of it so that way you can get back out there. Are you still playing? You're playing golf though. You're like, screw that. I'm still ripping.
Well, because golf, I'm like holding it off. I'm not throwing my wrist. Okay. With the driver, I will slightly, but I still like it doesn't hurt to golf really.
Well, and at the end of the day, you gotta enjoy yourself too, and like a little bit of pain, but you're still out having fun, even if it's running around in the paintball field, playing some golf. You got to go have fun and live.
Dude, it's funny. I get the same feeling off the break, like right before off the break, when I'm about to hit a driver.
The nerves.
I get so like amped up, and I'm like,
I love it.
Golf's amazing. It's one of my favorite sports. Paintball, golf, snowboarding. Those are the top three for me.
Paintball's crazy. Right off the break, you're like, just like
action,
locked in, dude.
Yeah, it's action.
Nope.
That's right.
Absolutely. Well, Danny, dude, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, we've wanted you on for a long time. The episode did not disappoint. I can't believe I learned more about your amazing talents. I'm sure that there are, more than a handful of others that you didn't even share with us. So we'll peel that onion back one at a time. But thank you for everything you do in the sport, for HK Army, for all of us, for all the players. Like, you're always putting out great content, great stuff for us to share. And thanks for taking the time with us, dude. It's really, really fun talking to you. Yeah, bro. 100%.
Yeah, before you go, your coffee brand, make sure we plug that one more time. They can find that on Instagram.
skullbrewcoffee.com.
All right, Skull Brew.
Handle is Skull Brew Coffee Co. on Instagram. And order some coffee. It's good.
Order some coffee. Also, take advantage of the $25 paint from HK Army for World Cup. And Danny, once again, thank you for rocking with us, and your personal Instagram as well. Where can they follow you on that?
It's just Danny.Lincoln on Instagram. And then my YouTube is just, you could search me Danny Lincoln. Sometimes I upload, sometimes I don't. It's just whenever I'm feeling it.
All right, go give them a follow.
Nice.
And Danny, thank you again, man. Thanks for everything.
Yep,
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate
Peace.
it.
All right, peace, dude.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to the show. We appreciate your support more than you know. As you guys heard about midway through the episode, if you guys would like to support PTG in any way, you could head over to ptgpaintball.com. You could click the orange Patreon link and sign up at any level and get access to our Discord. The Discord is one of the most phenomenal communities in the game of paintball. We have so many different channels in there. It's great for learning. It's great for connecting, finding teams, selling equipment, whatever it is you want to do in there. We truly have it all. And we hope to see you in there. So again, head over to ptgpaintball.com, click the orange Patreon link, and we will see you in there.